When a woman says, I'm fine, and a man believes her, this is where the problems begin. This is not peace. This is where the distance and the division starts. This is where the enemy likes to come in and really take advantage of both of you not feeling understood. And this happens not because the man doesn't care, and it's not because she's lying. It's because you're both speaking two different emotional languages. So look at this is what's actually happening, okay? I want you to see this in your mind with me. That where she says, I'm fine. She's not really saying everything is okay. What she's really saying is, I'm overwhelmed, or I don't feel supported, or I don't feel seen. Or I don't want to bring this up right now because I don't want it to become a fight. Right? But then the man, what do we hear? Again, it's two emotional different languages. So the man hears, she's fine. No problem. Nothing to fix. And then he just moves on. But what happens later? She's colder, she's short, she's irritated, she's a little frustrated, she's cold. And now the man is confused. It's like, what happened? See, from the man's point of view, you did everything right? She said she was fine. And you listened. You believed her. And you didn't push. You just really respected her words. So when her attitude comes up later, you start to think, man, why am I getting treated like I did something wrong? What the heck happened? Like, I didn't even do anything. I can't freaking win. Like, what's going on? And she's feeling, why does he not see this? Why does he not care enough to ask? Like, he should already know me by now. Like, why do I feel alone in this marriage? See, all this is happening. It's the emotional translation. There's misunderstanding. This is all happening in the same moment, but two totally different experiences. But what's happening here? What's really happening? Look, this is not mind games. This is not manipulation. This is untranslated emotion. This is misunderstanding. To have a functional, strong, loving relationship, you have to have understanding. Understanding. What is under their standing? What are they standing on? Where are they coming from? Why are they feeling this way? What's really going on in their heart? Because I care. This is untranslated emotion that's creating a lot of division and problems in our marriages. Look, men, like, understand the differences here. Men are wired to solve clear problems. And women are wired to protect emotional safety. So what does this do? Now when safety doesn't feel like very strong, if the safety, it feels low and unstable, that's where her words get guarded. That's why she says, I'm fine. But I'm fine doesn't mean I'm fine. It means like I don't feel safe enough right now to open up. I don't feel safe enough right now with you or with me. Maybe she has a lot of emotions, or maybe it's something with you, maybe the environment. She doesn't feel safe enough right now to open up about it. So then we, men, we say like, well, why don't you just tell me? Just freaking tell me. Like, why are you making me read your mind and guess? Because when she has before, think about this, when she has shared with you before, what happened? It turns into you defending yourself, or you just jumping in just to fix it, right? And she doesn't want to be fixed. Maybe she just wants to be heard, or when she starts to share before, you minimize it. You like really? Drama. You start to minimize it, or make her feel dumb about it, or debate. So guess what? She learned through those experiences that silence, her not saying anything, I'm fine, it's safer. It's safer than telling you and you getting defensive and her having to explain and all the like she doesn't want to go through that. So it's not that it's better, it just feels safer for her. And then you men, well, if she doesn't say anything, then there's no problem, right? If she doesn't say there's a problem, then there's not one. So you see how we're both getting trained and learning the wrong lessons? This is where the division happens. And so what do we need to do about this now, Richard? How do we change this, right? Because you guys see this, how this is happening in all of our relationships. So I'm going to give you a simple truth that changes everything. When she says, I'm fine, men, when she says, I'm fine, don't argue, but don't ignore it. Again, when she says, no, I'm fine, don't argue, but don't ignore it. So I want you to do this instead, okay? Here's a couple steps. First thing is slow down. Don't rush that and just pass that moment. Like, just pause. Like that, you're calm, your tone, your facial expressions, your body language, your calm is what's going to create the safety for her to move past that, I don't feel safe right now, I'm fine, to actually share with you what's going on. But you have to create that environment, that space for her to share and feel safe. So slow it down, step one. Step two, use the reset sentence. So I want you to write this down. Use this exact sentence, okay? I want you to use it. Write it down. Help me understand what you're feeling. That's it. That's it. Now, again, your tone, your energy matters here. So when you're asking this, you're not asking to fix it, to explain, to defend. You're just asking to really hear and understand. Yes? Help me understand what you're feeling. Then you go to step 3. Now, when you ask that question, guess what you do? Step 3, shut up and listen. Like, this is where most men, like, this is where we mess it up, guys. This is where we mess it up. They start to share, and we care, and we just do it from the care, right? As they share, and we try to fix it. We just try to give them solutions. We use logic. We start to correct. Don't do that. No solutions, no logic, no correction. Just listen. Just listen. Shut up and listen until she finishes. Why? Because being heard comes before being helped. She needs to feel heard before you can really help. And I know you want to help. You know, you don't want her hurting. You don't want her feeling discouraged or in pain, right? Like, you want her to have peace in her heart. So now, from there, now she starts to share. You shut up. So once she shares and she finishes, we go to step 4. What do? Mirror. Mirror. Don't fix. So I want you to say back what you heard. This just proves to her, like, hey, I care, I'm here, I understood you. Because it's one thing for you to understand her, and it's a whole different thing for her to feel understood. That's the difference. That's the power, right? So don't just, oh, I get it, 100%, I got you. No, don't just go past that. Mirror it. Hey, so what you're feeling is you're feeling overwhelmed and alone. That's what you're saying? Repeat and rephrase what you heard her say from a heart that really wants to make her feel understood. And this tells her, I hear you, you're safe, I'm here. See, that alone right there, that tension begins to come in. And if you guys are people of God, I'm a man of God, I like to bring prayer into things, I like to bring his presence into things. So this is where God becomes a center and foundation of all this stuff. Now, this is what this does. When you start to do these steps here, man, it stops you getting attitude later for no reason, and like, what the hell is going on here? Like, it stops that. It stops that emotional shutdown in her and you, like that coldness, like that weird feeling in the car, in the home, when you're around other people, you know something's not good, like you're not good between you, but you're both smiling, and it's a nasty feeling. And you start to slow that build of resentment when you start to do this, and it's not because you fixed the problem. It's because you protected the connection and you made her feel understood and supported. Are you seeing this? This matters so much for us men, because most men, they lose their marriage. Their marriage breaks. They lose their families without ever knowing why. And it's not because they didn't love. It's not because they didn't provide or didn't try or want good men or good husbands or good fathers. Like, it's not because of that a lot of times. It's because they didn't know how to respond. And when emotions showed up, and they're like, they didn't have instructions, they didn't have programming or upbringing to that we know how to deal with emotions. And then they feel misunderstood. Then we start to feel like you're crazy. And it creates this division, this distance, right? Look, if this is making sense to you, and it hits you, it's probably because you lived it, right? I know I have. And so this is why I built a 30-day reset program for men. And this is not, like, I know for me, I don't like therapy talk, and it's not about blaming women and like freaking drama. It's not that at all. So if you're a man that wants a quick reset and not long conversations, but like, hey, let's get some freaking action because I do care for my wife and I know there is some problems here, I need to do something different. Let's go. Like, execute, right? That's what kind of program this is. So if you guys are wanting more, you want to reset, there's going to be some information below where it's going to help you to how to lead more emotionally, how to respond instead of react, how to build more connection in your home, how to love at a whole different level, how to rebuild, restore, refresh the relationship that you have to build a strong relationship for your home, if you have kids, for your future, right? So the link is, you'll see the link in the description here, because look, when you learn how to hear her, how to make her feel understood, everything changes. Everything changes. So bless you guys. I'm Richard Martinez. This is Love and Marriage. where I talk about a lot of different topics on marriage. Please go check out my other videos. Check out my shorts. They're very powerful. And comment, share, subscribe. You know all the stuff that you're supposed to do with YouTube. It really helps my, I need to get more reach, right? I need to help more people with this stuff. So the more you share it, the more you like, the more you comment, of course, YouTube's going to be like, oh, people like this, right? And it's going to get more people. I really want to have impact on people's lives, save marriages, help the kids, help our next generation through these things, because, man, relationships are our foundation for everything. For everything. To have a good home, a good city, a good nation, a good country, like it starts in healthy relationships in the home. So bless you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.